All right, all right, all right. Welcome to Groove On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is July 31st, Thursday of the year 2025. How's everybody? Everybody alive? Everybody. How you doing? Shot out of a candy, Rihanna. Tonight, we're gonna talk about your experience. It only means something to you. Oh no. To you. Oh no. To me? Oh no. Yeah. I have a theory. I have a theory on things. I got a theory on things, and I think you guys are gonna dig it. Dig it? Dang it, done did it. And gonna say that I knew what a thing I did it. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Welcome to Groove On, everybody. So we're gonna hit down the south now here in Augusta, Georgia. My name's Rocky Rockos, and we're gonna talk about the paranormal. Ooh, I'm scared. Oh my God, not that. I'm scared. I hear the whoosh whoosh and the whoop whoop, and I hear a whisper, and I'm like, oh no. It's Miss Bessie coming to visit from the dead. I said, oh no, Miss Bessie coming to visit me from the dead? Damn. She did. She came visit me from the dead with some bread and it smelled like cinnamon. It smelled like one of a cinnamon buns. You know, she got to make it in the morning with the breakfast. Sometimes you get breakfast in the morning, she go ahead and throw it at you like at the baseball, and you just got to hope it catches in your bag as you walk by because the bus be coming. You kind of trying to get the bus to get to school. But we may see something like that later on in the program. But I hope you guys are in a good mood. We're going to talk about our own experiences. Say word. I know. Yeah. Yeah. You know, when you hear people say, especially me, somebody tells me something and I'm like, here's a logical explanation to what happened. And then they're like, no. Dark Hour just did it to me. He goes, hey, I'm in my room. I hear a noise in the other room. I come out to hear what the noise was, and this light thing was across the room. It sounded like it hit the wall, fell down, kaboom. I'm like, no. The dog ran by, took it, shook it, and mule kicked it across the room. If you saw the dog, you knew that couldn't have happened. The dog's like this big. He had some weird stuff, and I'm trying to come up with, well, maybe it got tangled in the dog's legs. You know, he shouldn't have been playing with it. He got it tangled. He started running away. He mule kicked it. He's like, I don't know. I just, it's hard for me to believe something that I can't see. But then that goes for them. Because then what he says is, yeah, I'm having strange shit happening here like you. So he's saying, oh, well, you're having it. So what are you saying? I can't have it. I get what that saying was. Come on, I wasn't born tomorrow yesterday. But we're going to talk about it because I'll tell you why. Some of you aren't meant to see it. You could be standing next to somebody in a ghost house, right? Yeah, you feel that? My hair on my skin goes chinnity chin chin. Look at the goosebumps. Person next to you goes, yeah, nothing. What's the matter with you? You don't feel it? No. Get the hell out of this room. No. Some people just aren't meant to feel it. Or the person who had the goosebumps had a little bit of an adrenaline rush because their little hormones got excited being in a place that should be active. And we all know our minds play tricks with us and creates things that aren't there, can't be there, shouldn't be there. But in your mind, felt it, felt it. Look, you can't deny when somebody's shirt gets pulled and you see it on camera, you know? Different kind of pull, it goes like that. Or a pigtail ponytail, whatever, flips up in the air. It flips up in the air. Yeah. Weird stuff. People go, hey, did you see that? No. The camera got it. Did it? Hey, I don't know what anybody knows, but she had the experience. Her hair felt it. And then she'll say something like, oh, yeah, I felt it. And then I got really cold on this side of my body. And I heard like a growl. And nobody heard that. So whatever may be showing up on the camera may not be showing up next to the person. Capiche? Your experience, your personal experience is the only one that matters. And the sad thing is, 90% of it, we can't get to. We can't believe it. We have to take your word on it. And honestly, in the movie Contact, when they said, she goes, when can we come back? Oh, well, it's done this way billions of years. So maybe there's a process, there's a process, and certain people get, the magic touch. You can tell the story. Now you can tell the story. You can see a ghost. You can get a ghost, alien for you, right? And I think when we get to a certain maturity level, I think when we're ready, look, we all have different goals. We all have different avenues to go down. I am supposed to be an experiencer / voice. That's what I'm supposed to be. Go out, get the evidence, talk about what you learned. And it's morphed into, let me tell you what everybody's doing wrong in this field. And look, hey, if there was a way, I only think Nathan might be the only one, but if, let's say, you followed me from day one and you heard me all the way back with the AZ Skywatcher show, 2004, and then 2005, the AZ UFO show, which was phenomenal. I am the exact same person I was 20 years ago. It's sad. Because I'll tell you why. It may seem sad. But I haven't changed. Ufology's changed. That's the weirdness I've noticed. Being in this field for such a long time, I didn't change. Go back and listen to those shows. I'm saying the same stuff. No disclosure. What are we going to do if it happens? What are you going to do when they come hunting for you? Do you believe SETI? Should we and then Greer and then David Wilcock and Who's here tonight? Who's in this chat room? We got, hey, is that Glenn Collins? It's Chicken Coop Confidential. I had my own personal experience, but I had no idea what it was. But it wasn't man-made. You're talking about alien UFOs. Nice. Glenn Collins. There he is. How you doing, man? You doing good? Everybody all right? Good to see you. Donnie Creel. How you doing, Mr. C? Excellent. Excellent. Good to see you. Brooke is. Huh? Ha ha. Oh. Hey. Welcome to you. It's been a week. How you doing, CK? CK in the house. Good to see everybody. Marcel. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Brian. Your hates. What do you say there, Chief? Intergalactic Wrangler. How you been? Nice to see you. What's up, BEZA? No. Nope. We don't go vertical here. Just every Wednesday. Is today Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. Every Wednesday, I'm going to go vertical on Goof On. Just once a week. But on Rich Saves America, if you want to go vertical, we go vertical Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. and or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Welcome to the show, Beza. Good question. Thank you for bringing that up. Good. We want to let people know we're trying that vertical out on Rich Saves America and just once a week here. Infinity, what do you say? Welcome to Goof On. UFO 91. All right. welcome to the show. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. I think I saw Jeanette was here too. Jeanette, how you doing? It's late for you. It's like midnight. So, I don't expect everybody to stay awake for these shows, 5,000 miles away, whatever it is. So I appreciate the hello, the effort. And for anybody else, it's Kelly Lewis too. Samo. Let's go. So I got, it's true what I said. This field, it hasn't changed. Everything's the same. The stories are the same. They're just wrapped up in different, we were talking about whistleblowers 19 years ago. I mean, it's nothing new, right? We were talking more about a lot of scientific research. We were trying to figure out sightings. We were trying to figure out if I mean, I don't know. I'd like to go back and see where were we 20 years ago. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. It's an interesting. I don't remember everything. It's weird. But I know one weird story that haunts me, and it happened in 2005. And I think it was 2004, to be honest, in December. What was the year they had that tsunami that killed 250,000 people? Well, a month before that tsunami took place, there was a story that I know I talked about it on one of my shows because it was so weird. And the story was all of the world's, any country that had Navy, the Navy, even maybe the Air Force, some of all of our military would get aboard. And, well, all of the navies for sure met in the Pacific Ocean to look at what we were told back then was something that is an experimental bomb of some sort that will explode underwater. And they wanted, and all the world's navies wanted to see what would happen. So they literally said, they all got together, not near Hawaii, maybe a little more southwest of it. But it was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And I'm not sure if it was a month later or a week later, the tsunami took place. And I remember people talking about this. What did they do over there? What are they doing? Detonating something? Is this a new weapon? And why are we sharing this technology with all of our adversaries that have navies too? It was a very strange story, and I've yet to find it. It's been removed off the internet. Something like 8, 9, maybe a decade later, I remembered talking about it, and it came up in a conversation. And I'm like, wait a minute. I remember this story. Yeah, and it's missing. But it is strange. So many things we don't know. Oh, it makes me scared. Scared. Like, how I was sick for 5 years? I still am every now and then, but I feel, because I hear these high-pitched noises, these low-pitched, and then I'll be sick the next day. Coincidence? Did I get sick every time after I heard a tone? No. Well, I know. But, if it's experimental, maybe it didn't work. And it won't always be in this year. It'll be in this year. It'll be in this year. But I often wonder if they're using these weapons on people, and we know they are. So let's get to work. Let's talk ufology right now. David Icke. Oh my God. Do you remember David Icke? Do you know that guy's still around? Yeah. Well, I don't know what he's doing. I want to play you this though, because did he predict the future? Let me play this for you. Let me pull this up. This is crazy. So this was back in, I believe, 1991, and then it says end 2006, but it starts out in 1991. David Icke, you know David Icke. He's the footballer, soccer player, who turned to conspiracy theorist and said the king and the queen are reptilians and all that. He's the one. Remember that guy? Yeah. Oh, what am I doing over here? Oh, that's right. I don't know if I like it over here. It's the wrong way. It's got to be here. There.
But no,
but just let me say this.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
I remember this. I played this on the show
that
before.
Interview at the time, it changed everything for you, didn't it?
Well, it changed everything in the sense of I couldn't walk down any street in Britain without being laughed at by most of the people.
You're still obviously bitter about people's rejection of your ideas.
No, absolutely not. What I am is frustrated at watching Orwell's 1984 unfold in front of our eyes by the day. That is frustrating because my children and your children, thank you, are going to have to live in the timescale when the most basics of freedoms are being taken away.
Yeah,
and this is happening all over the world, and it's coordinated. I mean, does anyone really think that George W. Bush is running America? He probably couldn't tie his shoelaces, never mind run a country. Tell me about the project for the new American century. Tell me about it.
I know nothing about it.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you then. In the 1990s, an organization was created in America called the Project for the New American Century, calling for a series of conquests of countries, one of which was Iraq.
No, but honestly,
you say to me...
America is an open society, isn't it?
Oh, please!
It's not an open society. Well, I thought in my innocence that most Americans would know what was going on in America.
Oh, God.
But it's all, you know it all, and you see how preposterous it is.
What, the fact that you think America's an open society?
No.
Absolutely ludicrous, Terry. I've never heard anything so stupid in your life.
Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. David Icke, thank you. Good luck with your mission.
Pleasure.
I gotta get this out of my coffee mug. I don't know if this is I got it out. I don't know if that was Critter. I got rid of the fly situation, I think. I used vinegar and baking soda. So I haven't seen them since. But anyway, David Icke is, I mean, this is what we're doing now with Alex Jones. Same thing. You mean Alex Jones was right? We also do it with who? Greer. Do we? Do we do it with Greer? I see people. What's up, Dorothy? How you doing? Contrary 111. Welcome, welcome. There's Chicken Coop. If that was a song, it would be like this. A light came down, nothing spectacular. No, I'm just kidding. Flashed a couple of times, then shot straight up at the sky. That's crazy, man. That's why you have such good imagination. They cranked up your vibratory, imaginatory pineal gland. I don't know. Right? I think, I'm not kidding around. I think some people had upgrades to their creative areas. Like me, right? I think I got, I don't know when, but it started 21 years ago. But my whole life was building up to that point to where, see, I think this is amazing. If you don't believe that some people are chosen, and if they do what their heart is telling them to do and they have the ability to do it, I think good things happen, because I think that's what happened to me. Like my whole life, I found good jobs. I've owned businesses myself that I'd own them for 3 to 5 years and then I'd sell them. Yeah, I've had a couple of those, and then went into real estate, and then there was the big crash, and then everything went, I've been struggling ever since. So, you go from living in a place where you don't think you'll ever worry about money again. And then the next thing you know, you're touched and your whole life changes. Why is that? Why does that happen like that? Is that just chance? It is. It's just chance, right? Wrong place, wrong time. You think you're set up, but you didn't really plan for it because you didn't have the foresight to see the crash. We all knew it was coming. They were letting loans get approved. They were jacking up the prices on comps for houses in the area. The whole thing was a scam, and we all knew it. And we just wanted to make that money. I mean, $20,000 for one commission, that's a lot of money, to make off of one refinance of $1 million home. It was crazy time, but it was a time that allowed me to make my own schedule and not have to work 12-hour days anymore. I went from working like 10 to 15-hour days, basically, to working 2 to 4 hours a day, just doing these loans. It was good. For 4-5 years, it was great. And it was at a time where I was in my mid-30s. I got married. I settled down. Mentally, it was as if I was groomed to do what I'm doing, more or less. I think I've gotten away from what I'm supposed to be doing. This is part of it. The other part is supposed to be traveling and meeting people and interviewing people and spreading the message that there's a possibility they walk amongst us. Have you ever seen anything? That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Do you know what a UAP is? Why do they call it a UAP now instead of a UFO? Do you know what the acronym means? All these questions I should have, and I am. I'm starting this hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to be the alien journalist, and I'm going to see if the public is aware of what is going on with the drone situation from November last year till the inauguration of Trump. Yeah, it is such a this is such a weird, and now they're talking about a UFO that's heading this way very slowly, by the way. It's in no rush. Like, no rush. Who determined the speed of this thing and how fast it's going to call it fast or slow? How do they know? What are they comparing it to? A comet? It amazes me. Thank you, Happy 2025, with the $5 super duper chat. Hey, it didn't show. There it is. I forgot to say that. Thank you for reminding me. Hey, you guys want to keep this shit going over on GoFund? Help out a little bit. Could you do that? Like drop 100 here or there. It's okay. It's only money I don't have. Put it in there in the PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker, even Cash App. You want to become a member? That also is good. Tomorrow we're giving away 10 memberships. Yeah, for a month. They don't renew, but if you want to keep them, you renew. But you get a month for free if your name is pulled from the YouTube hat. Thank you, Happy 2025, for the $5 support. Continuing supporter of GoFund. Gush. Samo got it. Thank you. Woo! Haven't seen Super Chat since the 2 nights ago. Thor Penku's here. What's up, Jeanette? Juge Anje, everybody. All right. So David Icke was talking about reptilians and the aliens walking amongst us. You know, that was it. That was 91, 2001, 2011, 2021, 34 years ago. And look, it's come back around. It's come back around. All this shit does. Look what he was wearing back then. Jumpsuit. The hell was he wearing? All right, let's get to the next one. Oh, this is an interesting night, by the way. We've got some interesting things here. All right, I'll play this right now. So, Mr. Michael Bradbury of Mr. MBB 3333333. He gets a lot of videos, UFOs and whatnot, just like Third Phase of Moon. So a viewer sent this, and I think this is an interesting sighting for a couple of reasons. You'll see, and I know what everybody's going to think. You're going to think the same thing I'm thinking when I see this video. The entire sky lit up with these massive horizontal flashes, like way up in the atmosphere. It's not lightning, you know, you could tell, but is it searchlights that could be suspended by drones? And that's why there's no beam of lights coming from the ground to the clouds. And that's why they're basically horizontal in the sky with precision. And that's kind of where I feel, but we don't get close enough to see if there are any drones holding up canisters of light. Let me show you. In 3, and a 2, and a boop, boop, boo. Go. Oh. Wow. Oh, is the volume on? I guess so. Weird, right? That's weird. I admit this. That's why I played it. I think this is weird.
No, looks a nice fella.
You know, it looks like some sort of program that makes this a light show in this manner. You know, doesn't it seem that way? I'm gonna have to say I'm not buying what they're thinking it is. They're saying. I'm gonna go with my gut on this and say these are seagulls with flashlights in their mouths. Remember that story? Do you know where that came from? The Lubbock Lights. Yeah, very good. You guys remember? Lubbock, Texas. That's what they said back then. The Lubbock Lights were seagulls with flashlights in their mouths. I didn't say it. But that right there is an interesting, what we just saw is very interesting. We saw that a lot before all the drone stuff came out last November. All right. Oh, well. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh. You know, I'm really happy we're doing this program tonight. I'm so thrilled. Let me show you this. Blindfolded visions. This comes from Engaging the Phenomenon. Real mind sight demonstrations. All right, let me pull this up. Seeing without eyes. This is a 3-minute clip. Now, Dalia Burgoyne. Is it Burgoyne? Burgoyn. Burgoyne. Well, she's going to demonstrate mind sight, quote unquote, seeing without eyes, with 4 blindfolds, showing that we are all much more connected than we've been led to believe via non-locally, via non-locality and consciousness-wise. Okay. See, this is what I like. I need to see this kind of evidence. What if she's faking it? What if there's a microphone in her ear and somebody's telling her what to say? See, these are the things that I don't see happening. They're not showing me what's in the ear. Show me there's no wires connected to your hair. See what I mean? She's wearing 4 blindfolds for 2 eyes. Like, that makes sense. Number one, thank God. Because, she could be an alien and maybe she's got too many eyes. Oh, that's James Andoli. Go.
My eyes closed with the patches. And I'm going to use eye pirate patches over that. Hopefully I'll be able to see still. And then here is a mask. So there's this. Very hard to see anything out of this mask.
And since you're doing this while we're talking, as you're putting these layers on, you're still seeing in like normal vision.
So until I put a mask on, I don't see. It totally makes me blind.
Wow, that's such a fascinating.
Wait, what? What did he say? Wait, didn't he just say, "Hey, so with the mask off, you can see, but with the mask on, you can't"? Is that what just happened? I've got to hear this again. So wait a minute, let me get this straight. So the mask blinds you?
Talking as you're putting these layers on, you're still seeing in like normal vision.
So until I put a mask on, I don't see.
Until I put the mask on, I don't see. Wait, what? Until I put the mask on, I don't see, which means she can't see. So when she puts the mask on, she sees? Look. It's got to make sense for me. Okay? I need to understand. I'm not the smartest, the knife in the drawer. Watch.
While we're talking, as you're putting these layers on, you're still seeing in like normal vision.
So normal vision, quote unquote, without, like, as if you didn't have the mask on. So he's asking her, even with the mask on, you can still see with normal vision? And then she says,
so until I put a mask on, I don't see.
She doesn't see anything at all until she puts a mask on. It's Bizarro world, right? It's the reverse. Her eyes are the blindfold. Yeah. That's what she said. Listen. Look, I want it to make sense. Watch.
Normal vision.
So until I put a mask on, I don't see.
Until I put a mask on, I don't see. I don't see.
It totally makes me blind.
Until I put a mask on, I don't see. It totally makes me blind. Me blind.
Wow. That's such a fascinating.
Wow, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'll say it. Go ahead, say it.
Okay, so I'm going to try one more mask. I just got this.
Well, is she a mentalist? That's what this is. We're going to be looking at a mentalist. Wait a minute. Did I go mentalist?
Mask today. I don't know if this is going to work. If it doesn't, I'll just take it off.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
she's putting on a virtual reality headset.
Yeah, I can. Oh man, it's a little hard to see with this one, but I can still see. I can still. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got a mask on. Those lights are hard to get through, Chica.
I can do it.
You can? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a little hard, but I can do it.
Okay.
It's a little hard. Oh.
Okay.
Because it's kind of squeezing my head, but I'll take it off.
It's squeezing my head. Oh.
If the window's close.
No, take it off. Don't worry about it.
Take it off. But I like it around my head.
No, well, let's try it first.
Okay. Oh, she wants to keep it on. Goosh.
And then I'll take it off.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know what happened to me. Gilligan, my boy. Hey, Mr. Howell. What's wrong with me? Hey, little buddy. Skipper, no.
Let's see if you can read what this says.
It says angels and aliens.
Nah, they never rehearsed it. Nah, she doesn't have an earpiece in her thing. Nah, she doesn't know Braille.
Correct. I'm sorry. Are you seeing that backwards or?
No, it's clear.
Okay. Okay.
Put up the N-word. Let's see if she gets that one. Put that up. Put the N-word in angels. Right?
Let's see what. Oh, wow. I mean, that's fascinating to me.
Mhm.
Okay.
And that's a CE5 Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, a whole 2 in a row. Wow, we didn't rehearse this at all. Hey, Andy.
And that says the wisdom codes. Oh man, there's some small writing there.
I don't know about you guys, but she can see. Well, I'll be. Now, Barn. No, Andy, goddammit, she's lying. Can't you see it? Now, Barn. Andy.
If I take off this one, I could probably see it, but oh, okay. It says ancient word.
This is so stupid. He puts it up there and she's like, oh, yeah. Because she can see it. No. Well, all right, we'll finish.
It's to rewire our brains and heal our hearts.
This is a fascinating book.
Guys, why isn't she in Vegas? Why isn't she cracking codes? Why isn't she working for the CIA, FBI, LOU, Eleganzo? Why? Why isn't she?
By if anybody's watching. Okay, here. Let's try this.
We never held nobody up for ransom.
So that is, what are that, trees with some beautiful sky, like rainbow color sky. It's dark though. It's like a night sky.
Yeah, my daughter drew that.
Like snowy.
Yes.
Yes, you tell her she's a great artist.
Yeah, here.
That sucked. That drawing sucked. She's 30.
And that is a sunset on the like the ocean. Wow. And it has a nice, beautiful pink sky or orangey sky.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm just so fascinated.
This is horse shit. This is the biggest lie. I can't believe that she's not doing anything worthy. You know what I mean? If she had these talents, these miraculous, gifted talent, and I don't know what it means, so she can put a blindfold on and see. How does that help society? How does that help anybody? No. How does that help? Because she's blind without it? No, that's not it. She can just do it.
So I'm taping my eyes closed with the patches. And I'm going to use I'm
taping my eyes closed with these stinking patches.
Pirate patches over that.
Oh, then she puts the patch.
Hopefully I'll be able to see still.
Wow.
And then... Okay.
Okay. Number 1, we never see in this ear. This ear is visible. This one has the earpiece in it. I'm telling you, this person is not reading minds, seeing through a mask. It doesn't make sense that you put it on and then see. It's just meaning you can see. What's the gift? I can see. Can you zoom in? No. So your eyes can do what my eyes can do, but with the mask on. Yes. So they're not special eyes. Only that they work with the mask, but no different than your eyes. So basically, you're just seeing. Yeah, I'm just... Next! Does that mean... It means nothing. So what? She's not talking to the dead. She's not seeing headless horsemen. She's not talking to aliens. It only means that she can see. Well, so you're blind until you put those... Okay, well, keep them on. Fuck. Not my problem. Unreal. All right. Are we living inside a planetary surveillance shield? We talked about this yesterday. And I before we get into that, I want to talk about the spheres. There's a guy, what is it? Proctor Hopkins, I believe. Why are thousands of unexplained metallic spheres appearing in our sky, our oceans, even orbit? That's his question. They're no longer hiding, is what they're saying now. No longer hiding. You know what's weird? Hey, you guys want... I'm going to make a prediction with the spheres. You ready? Because it hasn't happened yet. And it's going to happen soon because they're running out of ideas. Wait until you see 2 spheres. I know. I just blew your mind. In about a month. We don't like seeing no more 1 sphere. It's stupid. What if we gave you 2 spheres? Now we're talking. Okay, I like to see that. We may even give you 3 to form a triangle. F.A. Huh? All right, watch this guy talk about why the spheres are coming out in drones. Drones? Droves?
Yeah, but something is happening.
All right, hold on. Why is the volume low, number 1? And where can I find the volume? Oh, it's up? You guys are going to have to turn your volume up for this. So let me see if I can do more.
Not in theory, in our sky, in our oceans, on our soil. And the pattern is getting harder to ignore. At Stockholm University, astrophysicist Dr. Beatrice Villarroel leads the FASCO project, a peer-reviewed effort to compare the night sky of the 1950s with the sky of today. And what did they find? Sky objects that used to be there and are now gone. No satellites existed, no flight paths, no launches, just objects that were visible, tracked, and then disappeared from existence without explanation. These objects are not stars, not planets, and there's no record of anything launched or retrieved. These results have been peer-reviewed, published in scientific journals, and independently verified. Now, at the same time, engineers like Richard Banderick, a former NASA contractor, have come forward claiming Earth may already be surrounded by trillions of cloaked devices. He believes they're part of a non-human surveillance network, constantly mapping activity on this planet. Far-fetched? Not at all. DARPA, the US military's advanced research agency, is already building this kind of tech. Smart dust, invisibility cloaks, self-replicating sensors. If we're now just catching up to this, then someone or something may have gotten there first. Now, consider Patrick Jackson, a cybersecurity analyst who believes these objects, many of them spherical, are part of an autonomous network responding to certain triggers, nuclear events, storms, seismic activity. He points to real incidents like the Malmstrom Air Force Base 1967, where 10 US nuclear missiles were shut down after a glowing orb was seen hovering overhead. The US government declassified this. It's not a myth, it happened. Then came the Boogosphere. In March of this year, a metallic orb fell from the sky over Booga in Colombia, after locals recorded it flying silently in irregular patterns. It was recovered intact, and inside, a metallic nucleus surrounded by 18 smaller spheres, no welds, no seams, and markings on the shell resembling ancient alphabets, runes, Ogham, and glyphs not yet identified. Initial analysis shows no match to commercial, military, or meteorological tech. The object is still under examination by labs in Colombia and Mexico. And that's just one. In Japan, an orb washed up ashore triggered a national security response. In the South China Sea, hovering spears were filmed by Navy crews. In Alaska, 2 miles deep, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration recovered a golden orb, possibly biological, with no known Earth.
Huh? That's the orb? This thing? It's in here. And then what happened here? Did it break loose?
Origin. It is still unclassified and unexplained. So what are we dealing with? Decades-old disappearing sky objects? Claims of cloaked surveillance far beyond our
They don't
tech?
want us to know.
Physical orbs being recovered, not imagined, not filmed, held, and a silence from global authorities that feels very deliberate. This is no longer about lights in the sky. This is engineering. This is design. This is intelligence that is not ours. And it's not waiting to be discovered, it's waiting to be understood.
So if you think, listen to what has been alleged in the last year. You ready? An enormous cavern / city underneath Egypt, underneath the pyramids or the Sphinx, right? Massive structures, right? And now, months later, we've got this magical alarm system that detects objects entering in the atmosphere or anything threatening Earth. It sends off signal, these spheres. And now they're starting to enter our atmosphere. Low Earth atmosphere. Yeah. Isn't it weird? And there's so much more to talk about. It's amazing. Well, whatever it is, they're saying it's no longer hiding. Yeah, and that Dr. Iman Ansbro, that's the guy who tracked, 600 or 660 unidentified orbital tracks moving in sync. My God, that came out of nowhere. See that? Moving in sync with the Earth's rotation, but they're not satellites. Yeah. They drift like an autonomous surveillance network. Give me a break, man. We went to the moon 6 times. Wouldn't we have seen it? Wouldn't we have accidentally banged it? Come on. Right? It doesn't make sense. No, really, it doesn't. Separately, Dr. Beatriz Villarroel or whatever found aligned transient light events on Palomar plates decades before Sputnik, and these flashes appear in straight lines as if they're part of an artificial sky grid. Thank God I'm me. This has got to be true. I think it's true. I really do. You want to know why I'm so eager to want to believe something so absolutely ludicrous? And you heard me talk about it before. It's because me and my ex-wife saw a sky grid. I saw a grid being put in the sky. God, it seems like a dream. It's almost like it never happened, but it did. Isn't that weird? I saw it. I saw the longitude and latitude lines. It's exactly what we said, me and my wife. It looks like longitude and latitude lines. Then they slowly disappeared. Well, fast, but God, that was so weird. Now, if you add NASA's own Richard Banderick claims of trillions of these microscopic alloy fragments that are embedded all across our planet, and they self-reconfigure. They cool their surroundings. He says, we're covered in them. Yeah, no, we are. Like air. I don't know. He says, then it says here, and then what if these aren't separate anomalies? What if they're parts of the same system? Imagine a Mobius field, a continuous energy loop with no inside or outside. The orbital tracks are the mainframe. The microscopic nodes are ground interfaces, and together they form a planetary shell of data, energy, and feedback. Oh my God. It could stabilize climate, absorb impacts, synchronize Earth's biosphere, and even obscure everything everywhere in real time. Planetary scale engineering hidden in plain sight. This might be the first clue we're inside an engineered planet-wide system. Well, that sounds like a Dyson sphere. We've talked about that. And then, of course, there's always the fact that I could be reaching, right? But doesn't all of this make you wonder? That's what the guy says. I could be reaching, but, it'll get you talking about it, mate. Dude, we don't want to just talk about it. We want to know about it. Tim Phillips, for some reason it says this is bullshit. Stephen Greenstreet on X, middle of mayhem, posts this. Tim Phillips says government UFO whistleblowers. Government, listen, this is very specific. Tim Phillips says government UFO whistleblowers would point to Kona Blue as evidence that the government had a secret UFO program, without mentioning that they themselves created it. In 2011, rogue UFO believers inside the government tried to create a paranormal special access program named Kona Blue within the Department of Homeland Security. And despite making some initial headway, the program was never approved and never got off the ground. However, over a decade later, those same UFO believers would point to Kona Blue as evidence that the government has and had secret UFO programs, but they failed to mention that they themselves created it. Bullshit. Now they're talking about it. And they said that was after OSAP. In between OSAP and ATIP? Bullshit. Phillips says, you're probably aware of the Kona Blue. Greenstreet says, yeah, so Kona Blue, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Kona Blue was after OSAP. There you go. Which was the DIA's unofficial paranormal ghost hunt program at Skinwalker Ranch, where they kind of went rogue. Phillips says, yeah, correct. They were looking for werewolves or whatever, right? Greenstreet says, that gets shut down and closed down. Phillips, well, then it's sold to Department of Homeland Security, and Kona Blue was established as the home for all this paranormal UFO crap. DHS was where they were going to park it. So basically, they were going to build a SAP at DHS to have a place to protect it That was the thought behind the process of the Kona Blue. Green Street, yeah, and of course, it never got off the ground. Phillips, yeah, never was real. There was nothing there. But Kona Blue was a SAP within the Department of Homeland Security. There was a Kona Blue SAP to protect alien technologies. People were aware of that. So if we have a program to protect this, then maybe we have things we need to protect. And that was the logic that was used with a lot of those whistleblowers and the people who made claims before Congress, often under oath. So they would cite Kona Blue as justification of their claims. Green Street, right. So they would create something, Phillips, and then point it as evidence. Yeah. Green Street, yeah. They would point to the thing that they themselves created as evidence when it was all bunk. Phillips was the deputy director and acting director of AARO, the Pentagon's UFO office, from October 2023 to April 2025. He recently retired after 48 years of government service. Man, you see, everything is bullshit. Your reality is the only one that matters to you. To you. Doesn't matter to me. It's only for you. I got to show you this. So, what in the world just happened to the sky? No filter. Watch closely. I'm pulling it up, folks. Oh, this is so bizarre. You know, I saw something somewhat similar, but not as dramatic. This might be one of the most beautiful things in this genre that you'll ever see. Go. Isn't that beautiful? It really is. God darn it. Scary though. I'm gonna lose my gizzard here in a minute. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time. On. Isn't that wild though? It's beautiful. You know you make me want to cry. It's so beautiful. I actually have something to show you. The end, and I believe, because we had tornado warnings, that I captured the last moments of a tornado. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, I forgot all about this. Let me put my love into you, babe. Oh, Jiminy Glick. Oh, I hope it's easy to find. I'm gonna beat my behind. What? Nothing. Oh, I gotta go to the phone to see the exact date. All right, here we go. So here we go. And this was on, details please. This was Tuesday, July 29th. So let's go to Tuesday. Oh my God, I'm on the 17th. 26. 20 yesterday. So here we go. Yesterday. That doesn't seem right. Well, there's the still image of it. Oh, that's right. It's right here. It's in this 5-minute video, I believe. Let's see. It's about halfway through. We had this huge storm, and it was also sunny out. And the most beautiful double, almost a triple, looked like a triple rainbow was forming. But definitely a super, super duper double. Oh, come on. It's taking forever to load. I can't stand this shit. I gotta let it load. I'll bring it on over to show you. Show you so you see. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. I'm not sure. I have to get to this point. Oh, it stopped all on its own. See? Bastard. Unreal. Not even clear yet. It's coming. Wow. See if we can see the light. Whoa. Woo. Woo, if you're wearing a headset. Man. Alright, we're getting there. Whoa, a tornado. There it is, right there. So you can see it. Look at that. That wasn't there. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see it turning. Isn't that wild? And now it's dissipating. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Pretty cool, man. A tornado. Oh my god. Not a big one. See the little turn right there? Holy shit. So cool. Oh, wow. I can't believe that. A tornado. It just ended. Look at that all the way up there. Let's see it. Look at it, it's still there. Going all the way up. The end of it. So wild. I can't believe that happened. That's only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. Not that far. There's another storm coming right here. Look, somebody turned the faucet on. Whoa, did you see that? Wow. Look at the bolt. Watch. Coming up on the right. Oh my God. Watch. You'll see the bolt. Whoa. Yo. Ah, that was pretty cool. Pretty scary. Pretty scary. Woo, baby. Did you hear that? Wow. That sounded like something was coming out of the sky. Well, that was... All right, we'll get away from that. Still got a lot of more to talk about. I love lightning. Wow. This is, wow. Okay, Corbell. Corbell 6 months ago. Nah, I have zero doubt a lie is coming, he says. And the lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And then he says that's 100% is a lie that you are going to be told. How would he know? How would he know? See, this is what's weird about Corbell and Knapp. I think they get told a lot of bad information, wrong information, lies, disinfo, misinfo, whatever info.
It was a co-author on a paper with Adam Hibberd and Adam Crowell, where we said the orbit, the trajectory of this object appears to be quite remarkable. It arrives within 5 degrees of the orbital plane of the Earth around the Sun. And the chance of that happening randomly is 0.2%. And moreover, it will arrive closest to the sun when the Earth is on the opposite side of the sun. And moreover, if you just play with the arrival time randomly, you would notice that only 1 out of 20,000 arrival times would come as close to the inner planets like Jupiter, Mars, or Venus. So that is an unusual coincidence. And why would such a trajectory be so unusual? Well, one possibility is if it was designed by some intelligent civilization, it also comes towards us from the direction of the galactic center, from the Milky Way center, where there are lots of stars, and it's very difficult to notice it. That's why we discovered it so late. By now, it's impossible for us to launch a rocket that will intercept with it, because it would move relative to Earth. It comes in the opposite direction of the motion of Earth around the sun, and the relative velocity would be 98 kilometers per second when it comes closest to the sun. And that is 3 times the maximum speed that we can accomplish with chemical rockets. And so there is no way for us to reach it, to intercept with it.
That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard. We used Jupiter to propel one of our craft so it could speed up and catch up to an asteroid and land on it. Is he not aware that they can use the planets and moons as a means of slingshotting around and picking up immense speed? Is this guy out to lunch? I think, the train's running, but I don't think anybody's behind the wheel. Wheel? I don't think anybody's behind the engineer. Oh, there's more.
And perhaps it wants to break, like when we launch rockets and we want to accomplish a very high speed, we usually introduce a thrust near the sun, and that buys you the highest kick velocity, taking advantage of the gravitational assist by the sun. And so if this object wants to do a reverse maneuver, meaning to slow down and get bound to the sun so that if it's a spacecraft, so that they can visit us, that would be the point where we can't see it because it's hiding behind the sun.
And he doesn't even believe what he's talking about. That's the dumbest. Oh, it's going to hide. It's going to hide. You mean it's going to go all this way and come from within, according to Avi, seemingly coming from the center of the galaxy. Do you know how big it is? Do you know how big the center of the galaxy is? How do you know it's coming from the center, you schmohawk? God, him and his eyeshadow. He's wearing eyeshadow. And look at it, it's blue.
And
a lot of these guys, I think Eleganzo, and I'm not saying this as a joke, my friends. I think Eleganzo tweezes his eyebrows or waxes them to a point where maybe he's dressing up as a woman at night. I'm not kidding. I think, and this is just my opinion, I think Eleganzo does it. I also think Brandon Fugal does it. He definitely does it. I think Brandon Fugal takes it up the old Hershey Highway from his wife. That's my opinion. Hey, whatever makes you happy, right? But that's these guys. And I can see it on their eyeballs. You can see it. I don't have that perfect tear on my eyes from a wax job. No. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not trying to be a wise ass or anything. So what does it mean? It means these guys don't think like you or I. They've got a lot of other stuff going on if that's the case. And we all know Lou Eleganzo never wanted to be a UFO guy to begin with. And Rose Cuckold. Rose Cuckold took any job. Nobody would hire that fool. Of course, News Nation took a chance on a guy who was lying about the king and the queen in a pedophile. Oh my God, it's so bad what Rose Cuckold did at 60 Minutes in Australia. It's no wonder they fired him. This is who's here. These are the people in ufology. These are the ones they want us to believe. These are the ones that are telling us the gospel. These are the ones that are saying, I swear. Eleganzo showed us the big circle. 600 to 1,000 foot, apparently a UFO. Wrong. Rose Cuckold. There's a big building covering up the UFO. No, there isn't. There isn't. You know why? Because you won't tell us where the building is. If I told you where the building was, people would flock there and try to dig it out. Yeah. We're in a lot of trouble with these guys. Seriously, it's embarrassing.
You know, it raises the interesting possibility that might be technological in origin. Of course, we will know much more in the coming month or two, and it may not be it may be just a comet, but I think it's important to consider the possibility that any interstellar object coming into the solar system might be technological, because if you just consider the last century, you know, we started transmitting radio signals, basically flagging that we exist as a technological civilization. And there is this dark forest hypothesis that is the answer to Fermi's paradox. Where is everybody? Well, they might be silent, waiting to notice things that might be a threat to them because they were bruised in interactions.
Guys, this is nothing new. We've been talking about the same shit for 7 decades. Avi Loeb thinks he's telling us something we don't know. This is where we're at in the UFO world. They just keep rebranding, reposting, and regurgitating the same stories we hear over and over again. And look, we can't keep hearing from the same whistleblower. Am I wrong? I see other people now finally coming on board with that. Yeah, we'd love to see a whistleblower. Sure. Say something new. Okay? And why are we allowing the same story to be told? I don't need to hear it again. It's like redoing the Superman movie. Stop remaking the original. We get it. It's cool. That's disrespectful right there. That's my best friend, who knows I do a show at this hour, who knows my phone would come over. That's right. Tom, no evidence. I was just reading what you guys were saying. So, do you know who the Flying Lotus is? Jesse Michaels says, I spoke to the legendary hip-hop producer and film director Flying Lotus about his low-key obsession with UFOs. They talk about Rose Cuckold's claim about a huge UFO, so big a building was built around it. Let me see if there's a video on this. Do we even care? Yeah, let's just play it. It's fun. I remember hearing this. All right, let's hear. Skinny Bob is involved. Skinny Bob. It's just so, it's the same shit. Look, we're talking about Skinny Bob because Dick Lick, you know, whistleblower dude, brought it up in an X.
I jumped into a conversation. It was about the Skinny Bob stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There were people just talking about like,
oh yeah. Hey, Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. I mean, what the hell was that? Was that Joy? Listen to this. Come on.
One time I jumped into a conversation. It was about the Skinny Bobs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's like that impression that Bill Hader does about the guy on the 2020. He talks about the murder mystery. So, your father punched your mother in your face and you saw the whole thing. So, what was that like? Well, I saw my mother's face get indented by a wrench. Oh, and then what happened? And then her eyeball fell out. Oh, and then, that guy, I love that shit. That's what this guy reminded me of. Okay, I don't know why I went off on a tangent. What just happened? Did we see something happen? Hey, Jeff Garvey, Jar Jar, Mr. Tatarachi. I'm looking for what happened. What popped up?
People just talking about like, oh, this video is amazing and stuff. I'm like, are y'all still talking about this video? It's clearly CGI. It's like a motherfucker, dude.
It's clearly CGI. I didn't know we have the expert on photography here. Did anybody know who this guy was?
I'm here with one of my production heroes, Flying Lotus. I feel like
I didn't even know that was the Flying Lotus because gives a shit. And I don't give a shit.
Can't even categorize you. I have to call you a creative because you are an amazing director. You make films. You're, I think, one of the best hip-hop producers ever.
Give me a break.
Well, you come from maybe
Never even heard of him.
Kind of interesting musical family I could think of.
What are we watching?
Alice Coltrane is your great aunt?
Why is that right? UFO related.
Like Yoda. She was like a Yoda type person.
When I play it, it makes me recall Egypt, ancient Egypt. It makes me seem to remember that I have a past or a history there somewhere.
She was tapped in for sure to the source. Maybe this is something that we were, connected to a bit earlier in our development as human beings. Maybe we were closer to God, closer to the source, closer to the stars. You saw a motherfucking like frozen alien or something yourself, right? You see like
I might have.
Yeah,
I might have. I saw
like
a thing with 3 fingers and 3 toes.
Isn't Jaime Maussan part of that
Right.
situation?
Yeah.
He's a known fraud, so like it's all bullshit, isn't it?
I think Spielberg knew some shit.
And then he looked around the room and he said, and there are a number of people in this room who know that everything on that screen is absolutely true.
People would call in and they're like, we're doing time travel stuff at Area 51.
What we're thinking of as aliens, they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with.
It's 4:20 somewhere. That's it. Hope you guys have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out on a Thursday. It's a little slow tonight, so we're going to head on out. And we'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. It's Friday, and it is Goof On, and we'll be doing a regular show. So thank you, moderators, super chatter, newcomers, and veterans. Thank you very much for hanging out, help keeping the show up and running. We're going to just, make sure you understand something before we get out of here. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. For ufology. Truthology for ufology. We do it for you. Wow. Yeah, whoa. Yeah, I didn't like. Truthology for ufology. We do it for you. Real condescending. All right. I appreciate everybody hanging out. And thank you for being you. appreciate everybody. I don't know what that means. Rich the Redeemer? Am I the Redeemer? Broke me in, broke me down. Let's get out. And Alien Bless.
Steel strings wail